Good morning, customer service class. I wanted to just give you a quick video talking about Module 5 and Module 6. I just opened them up this morning and I wanted to make sure there was no confusion. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Share now. Okay, so under Module 5, you're going to have a discussion board that asks you to look at 3 guest scenarios and provide your answer. So the first one is, if you greet a guest and they mentioned they've been driving in the car with their 3 kids for several hours. The guest asks you for someplace close that's safe where the kids can run around for a few minutes after a long drive. Where would you suggest they go? For this scenario, you can choose your location. So if you want to have them be in your hometown, if you want them to be in Monterey, Salinas, San Francisco, wherever you want to choose, just put that in part of your response. And then make your suggestion. Part of it is that you can ask questions. So for instance, if it was me and my family that had just arrived, you'd be able to see that I have a 4- and 8-year-old. You could ask what some of their interests are, what they like to do. In Monterey, one of the obvious places is either the beach or Dennis the Menace Park. Now, if you want to take it a step farther and do it during the shelter in place, probably you're not going to have tourists during shelter in place. So I would suggest that we do this in our pre-COVID-19 lifestyle for these particular scenarios. For the second one, an older couple is in town celebrating their wedding anniversary and they ask for a nice place to enjoy an anniversary dinner. The restaurant at your hotel is closed this night. What other place might you suggest for dinner? What question would you ask to help them make a good recommendation? This last part, when you're making recommendations, getting to know the customer is really important. Think about how different you are from your siblings, from your friends, from your parents, from your neighbors, from other people that you run into. Everybody's different. And so because of that, everyone wants different things and has different needs. So think about what questions would you ask so that you are really taking care of your guests, that you're giving them the best recommendation you have. Now, maybe you don't particularly like small, intimate dining places. If you don't know the best place for someone, it's always good to know somebody who does. So one of the important things in working in customer service is having a long list of associates, of people who will have your back, who have the answer. So for instance, if I don't know, I know 2 or 3 people I could call really quick and get recommendations. Like I just said earlier, I have little kids. I don't get out to Carmel as often as I did prior to having kids. Pre-kids, I knew all of the hot restaurants. I'd go to them on a regular basis, no problem. Post-kids, we go to a handful of restaurants that we know are kid-friendly. Like we love Dimitro's in Carmel. There's lots of different Rio Grill. Tarpey's is my kid's favorite. But those are special occasions. On a regular basis, we're more of a Ellie's Grill, Tico's Taco family. So think about who you have in your life that can be your resource for questions like this, because you want to be able to give them good recommendations. Last one is, you're helping a family unload their car and they mentioned that this is the first time visiting the Monterey area. They have 3 days here and they're interested in seeing the highlights of the area. What places or activities would you recommend to them? Well, in this module, you should have watched the My Monterey video, which should give you a lot of ideas to answer this question. It's very typical for people who live and are from the Monterey County area to not have been tourists in the Monterey County area. And this is typical for wherever you live. When I'm not from here, so I know lots of things to do in Monterey County. Because I actually was a tourist growing up. I'd come here during the summer to get out of the heat from the valley. So if you don't know, that's okay, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn and that you shouldn't take advantage of living in this area and being a tourist for a day. So obvious answer, which I'm assuming all of you will say, is the aquarium. I challenge you to take it a step further. If you don't know, find out. This is a good opportunity for you to do a little research. The Monterey County Visitors Bureau has a wonderful website. And like I said, the My Monterey video should also help as well. Okay, so that's this discussion board. If we go back to the home page, you'll see that you have Module 5 and Module 6 up. In Module 6, you have a presentation that you're going to be turning in. The customers, it's on PowerPoint, but you can also do a video if you choose. Some of you are really good at making videos, so that's perfectly fine and preferable, actually. The assignment is in the link. You're going to choose, let's see here, choose a topic, make a video. Basically, think of it as if this was an in-person class, you would be training the class. It's not an in-person class. I will be posting some of these videos and presentations so that the rest of you can see them. But that's what I'm really looking for, is for you to practice your training skills and training an imaginary group on your topic that you've chosen. I have actually taken out a paper because I realize that this is a challenging time that we're going through with shelter in place and COVID-19. A lot of you are probably experiencing anxiety, your family is experiencing anxiety. There's a lot going on. Really try to focus on being kind to yourself, being kind to those around you, taking care of yourself, and thinking about how you can make things easier for those around you and make things easier for you so that you're making choices so that you're not stressed out as well. If you have any questions about, let me go ahead and go back to this. If you have any questions about anything that I've gone over or module 5, module 6, anything in the class, please reach out to me and let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful day.